tournament that's going to be held right here in our neighborhood, the Asia Cup, and the boys over here are training on an oval which is called the Oval 2, and on Oval 1 we have some international cricketers training. What a fantastic moment for these guys to be just training and playing alongside some superstars from international cricket, Abid.
Yeah, time for me to get some selfies and time for the toss. All-important toss. We have Abdurrahman Tariq right in the center with two captains and the match referee for all-important toss. To you, Abdurrahman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Match Day 6 for the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by FanCode. We're here for the crucial game between Dubai Daredevils and Valley Boys. I've got the two captains, Usman Ahmed from Valley Boys, Rahul Soni from Dubai Daredevils, and the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Let's get on with the toss. Head it is. Well, Rahul Soni has called it incorrectly. So Valley Boys have won the toss. What will you guys be doing?
We'll bowl first.
Any particular reason for that decision?
There's no dew, so it's going to be easy to chase. Wicket seems fresh, so it should be a good wicket to bat on later as well. I don't see any reason why not chase.
Have you been following the games and the patterns in the previous few matches?
Not really. I've watched the first game, so first game was pretty close, and I think 190 plus was scored in the first game, so I think it's going to be the same.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Rahul, you've lost the toss. What would you have done?
We would have batted first as well. The wicket is getting slower in the second innings. That's what we have seen. Last match we gave away a lot of extras. That's why we lost the game, but we were pretty much in the game.
Alright, so you've gotten what you wanted. Any particular changes from the last game?
Yeah, we have Akshay back in the side and we have Abdul Safar back in the side. They were injured the last game.
I wish you all the best. Do well.
Thank you.
Well, news from the centre is Valley Boys has won the toss and elected to field first.
All right. So the decision taken by Valley Boys after winning the toss to bowl first, well, I think that's a good call to take because you are playing your first game, you want some target in front of you, and then also you will understand how the wicket plays its parts. The two teams lineup is in front of you.
That's right. As far as Valley Boys are concerned, winning the toss, selected to field first, Mudassir Wani, Mohsen Mattu, Bilal Ahmed, Mahfouz Elahi, the skipper Usman Trumbu, there's Saqib Amin, Khalid Ibrahim, Danish Hafiz, the wicket-keeper, there's Majid Manzoor, Zaid Wani, and Shabir Bhatt.
Well, looking at the side of Dubai Daredevils, they are playing the second game, and it's Mohit Raghav, the quickie, Rahul Soni, the captain and wicket-keeper for the team Dubai Daredevils. It's Abdul Aziz Harun Ghosh. He's a fantastic batsman, shuffles a lot, troubles the bowler, Mohammad Farhan Hanif, Mohammad Nazir Sapalai, Ratesh Pujari, Abhay Jotin, Akshay Jotin joining the team today, Adarsh Desai alongside Abdul Safar completes the 11 for Dubai Daredevils. So Neil, how do you back the decision to bowl first?
No, always a good call. One thing, obviously, because it's their first game, they don't know how the wicket behaves. Always good to bowl, try and restrict the opposition and then come out and express yourself. But again, you know, these wickets are absolutely true wickets. These wickets, winning toss and electing to do a certain thing first doesn't really ascertain that you will either win a match or lose a match. It's not one of those wickets where you win the toss and you assured that, listen, there'll be dew, so I will bowl first. When I come to bat second, it's going to be easier to bat. That's not the fact. The fact is that you have to put in that effort for every single run. You have to put in effort to pick every single wicket.
Well, I think that's rightly said, that you need to put effort for every single bowl and you need to be alert in the field. So I think the shorter format gets the cruciality of the toss gets reduced. So I think the toss used to be very crucial in Test game, and then you see it plays a huge part when it comes to 50-over format. But then coming down to 20 overs, it doesn't make a lot of difference, the toss. Yes, it does play its part, but when nowadays we have 10 overs format where you barely have a part of winning or losing the toss.
No, you're right. I mean, it's a very interesting point that you make, about the test matches, the ODIs. It's also because through the day, the wicket would behave differently. Under the sun, the wicket is getting drier and everything. Second half of the day, when you're playing a day and night game, then there is a lot of dew that comes through in some places of the world. Test matches, you want to strategize if you want to bowl first, considering if it's overcast condition and you want to take advantage of the new ball. So all of these strategies, yes, in the longer format, definitely. In the shorter format, why toss doesn't really matter much is in some parts of the world where the wicket is nice and true, like this one, it doesn't really matter. The wicket doesn't change. There's not much difference in the outfield. But during some months in the year where the dew factor is insane, at that time it's always sensible to bowl first, because when you bowl first, the ball hasn't really taken that much damage because of the dew. And when you come into bat second, because of the dewy condition, the wicket becomes even better to bat. The ball comes nicely onto the bat and you can get those runs easily. So keeping those factors in mind, even shorter format, yes. But then again, it's not a very big factor. These days, we've seen cricketers who can change the game literally in 2 overs. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what you do with the coin toss.
Well, I've seen, we have been attacked, the UAE, the atmosphere and the weather is being tagged with you usually get into the bowl first conditions, because when the dew plays its part a lot in this part of the
That's
world.
right.
So I think that strategy is something which is going to stick with us.
Well, yes, and it's a good strategy also, especially if it's a new wicket, if it's a fresh wicket. You want to rather see how much you want to chase instead of putting those total on board. Meanwhile, the umpires have walked in for this phenomenal game that's lined up. The Valley Boys playing their first game on this beautiful ICC Academy Oval 2. Mind you, this is an ODI certified cricket outfield, which means an international game. An ODI can be played legit and have been played on these grounds. So there's no reason why one wouldn't be excited to play and experience these facilities here at the ICC Academy.
Well, indeed, Neil, I still remember we have done a few international matches in this very on ground. We had West Indies women's and Pakistan women's playing here. We had New Zealand and Pakistan playing unofficial T20s here, which I was luckily calling on those games. But then I have seen a lot of international games taking place over here.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen UAE take on Ireland here.
Oh, yes.
So, a lot of cricket has happened here. Abhay Jotin comes in, 30 runs in his first match. And there was a decent strike rate of 107. In this format, for the opener, it's extremely important to see through the new ball, get those runs quickly, build the pressure. And once you build the pressure on the on the bowling side, the batters who come in this later half, their job is to ensure that they keep going and getting those runs from the platform that's been built on already.
That's true. But the strike rate, I think Abhay Jyoti need to a little bit work on it. Because as an opener, you play a 70-runner ball knock, you drop next game, no matter what format you're playing. You need to. Even in the 50 overs format, the 100 strike rate is below the par. Even in 50 overs, you need an opener to be playing on 120, 110 strike rate. So strike rate is a little bit of worry for this young man. But overall, I have seen him playing both the openers. They played together in the last game. They have put on a fantastic show, a good start.
Well, absolutely. For them, it is about continuing the momentum, ensuring that what they started with, they should get along and keep going with that. It's going to be a fantastic game. We can assure you that. We've seen some really, really good games on this outfield in this tournament. It is the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022.
Well, the action begins here. Umpire says play. Khalid Ibrahim. Oh, nicely bowled. A perfect area to bowl. Not a lot of swing. But getting off the mark is always a good sign on a very first delivery.
Oh yes, absolutely. You get that run, you get off strike, you open the account for yourself and for the team. Good enough.
He hung his bat in the middle. So I think wicket has took that slight bit of an extra bounce. Maybe ball had skidded a little bit. That's got bat Abhay Jotin surprised there. Pardon me, it was Nasheer Sepali. Now Abhay Jotin comes on strike. Great delivery, perfect swinging away. Not a huge amount of swing, Neil, but then I think that's enough because as long as you can control the swing, look at that.
Well, that's right. Also, there's a slip in place. So if you go fishing for that kind of delivery, you're putting yourself in a lot of trouble. Don't want to do that, definitely.
I think the batter should take time. It was first delivery for Abhay Jotin. He wouldn't be definitely chasing that. That's the number one thing that you need to do is don't go fishing out on your first delivery. Try to get some bat onto the ball and before you express yourself.
Pulled it up in the air. Chance will land safely there.
He's seen a lot of batters starting their inning, usually playing on the offside and merit of the ball. This was literally dragged from off to on. No timing whatsoever on it. Lucky still to be down there.
Oh, you're absolutely right. The ball rose on him a little too much, made him a little uncomfortable, couldn't really pull it in a controlled fashion. There were runs if he had cleared the 30-yard circle.
This is slightly better. Oh, that's perfect. That's a wicket. That's carried it all the way. And Khalid Ibrahim is overjoyed with the wicket. A big wicket going down now.
That's right. Nasher, opening the face of the bat, wanted to guide this ball towards the third man region, but what a splendid catch there. They've been rewarded for their persistence of bowling that right line and length.
Well, they have announced themselves there. The first over getting a wicket, a big one this time, walking out Mohammad Nasir, scoring only 1 run, a breakthrough immediately. What a great start this is for Valley Boys. Well, the captain walking in the centre. First game he played, he scored 50 runs with a very good strike rate, 170. A captain with a role, and indeed he'll need to gather himself and team along together because he's just lost a big wicket and too early to get the breakthrough. Another beautiful delivery there. Khalid is really testing batters with the short stuff. I think that's a perfect line to bowl with the new ball.
Well, that's right. He's bowling them short, getting that movement, and at a height which is making the batters uncomfortable.
It just tempts you as well because you see a width there. But if you're giving a width, you're pulling your length back. That's a perfect thing to do.
He's a very good bowler. He's assessed the pitch conditions very well, and I can tell you one thing, he's been watching games to understand what this wicket has to offer. Slightly fuller this time. Will be a dot ball to end the over. A successful over comes to an end. 1 over gone, 2 for 1.
Well, the captain is... captain has started introducing himself. I think as soon as he saw the opponent's captain is down there in the center. So some spin attack there from Usman.
This time all along the carpet will be a dot ball. Two good deliveries to start with. Usman Drumbu started really well.
Rather he'll be relying on... oh, that was a drop there. The next one is straight to the fielder. They need to hurry. Oh, direct hit would have got him there.
Well, he has a couple of chances there. Usman Drumbu. Very first delivery created a chance. And then again this one. Straight to the fielder, trying to test the arm of a fast bowler. You never do that.
I think you need to be brave enough to introduce yourself, especially a spinner with a new ball in the power play. It's a big risk to do so, but he's got two fielders on the onside. Long on and the cow corner region is back. So probably he'll be hunting on the bats region.
Down the fine leg. Ball is racing away towards the fence. 4 runs.
Oh, that's given as leg bias. Well, surprisingly, a leggy doesn't have a fine leg at all.
You're right. You would want to have someone guarding that region.
Well, you do this thing only for two reasons, Neil. Either you want the batter to play a sweep shot, you're just tempting him without leaving no fielder there. Otherwise, oh, that's good fielding in the end. They got only 1 run. I think the over is fantastic. He's got the opportunity which was put down in the first ball itself, and then giving only 4 runs that to a leg bias. I think it's been a good, in fact, great start for Valley Boyz.
No doubts about that. So far, so good. A single to end the over. 2 overs gone. It's 9 for 1.
Khalid to continue. Second over of his. Oh, that's upish. That's in the air. Will he get there? Yes, I think he dropped. He got there, but he dropped the catch. I think it's a drop.
Well, yes, again, it's all about anticipation. The fielder at the deep third had to rush in a little early. His reaction was a little late. And you can see that from the reaction of the bowler. The momentum of his run made him tumble.
I think was not expecting the ball will carry all the way. Though it did, it carried at a good height, at a good part. He missed out in the end. So chances are being put down here. Oh, you don't play across the line. You need to play on the merit of the ball. Either you let the ball go, otherwise you don't need to fish it on the onside. You won't survive every time like this.
Yeah, if and only if he had started a little early, fraction of a second early, and the things would have been different. But what I really like about the fact about Valley Boyz is that they've been able to put immense pressure on the Daredevils from the very beginning. First over wicket, second over chance, third over wicket. Again a chance, beg your pardon there.
See, the captain is clearly struggling there. He just want to pull the ball on the onside. That's your muscle, which has been predicted to be play on the onside. If that's where you get stuck. Now 6 deliveries, scoring 1 run. There is Rahul really need to work hard for his team.
You're right. In the first match that he played, he scored 51. That came at a strike rate of 170.
True.
So 30 odd balls he required to reach the 50 mark. But today, he looks like a different human being altogether.
Yeah, it's certainly about a day. A day belongs to you or either it doesn't. There's no halfway through. I think slight adjustment is being made. Side screen maybe? All set to go. And that's more like it. You need to play on the merit of the ball. Either you drive it, either you play a cut shot, which is coming outside off. You can't drag it on the onside.
I want to see if that ball carried to the fielder.
I think that just bounced in front, the odd bounce. Did not carry all the way maybe. But then we already seen 2 chances. Less than that was a half chance, but should have been taken. And that's the way you announce yourself in the tournament. You get the first game and you strike. Now, he's leaving his crease ahead. He's trying to cut the swing out.
This time he connects and connects well. The ball has gone many miles in the sky, but will drop short of the boundary. A couple of runs is what they will get. You're right, standing outside the crease in an attempt to cut the swing. But at the same time, you still need to keep your eyes on the ball. Rahul Soni has just been going one way, and that is swinging the bat towards the onside.
Yeah, not a convincing shot there to play. It's strong on the onside. It seems that he literally want to play on the onside, loves to play. That's why he came ahead, so that he can get enough time to heave the ball. Just kept it all along the carpet, waits the fielder. It goes on deep and they'll take 2. It's a brilliant start for VB. 3 overs gone, 14 for 1. Brilliant drive and finds the gap. That should travel. Oh no, it doesn't. Despite it was in there, down the hill. All good, but I think they'll complete 3 runs there. Good running.
Yeah, definitely saved a single for his side, but very good looking shot there. Punched it down. And when you're punching it, and if the ball goes that far, one thing can be assured, that this is a very good wicket.
Oh yes, the ball is carrying through. I think it's coming nicely onto the bat. There's nothing, but we can clearly see that Rahul Soni trying to play on the onside more rather than the offside. That's the reason we see him struggling. And I don't see any demons on the wicket.
Down the leg side, good carry by the wicket-keeper, will be called a wide. The wicket-keeper there putting in that extra effort. the pace at which the ball had gone, otherwise would have had to pick it up from the boundary.
Tell you what, wicketkeepers hate to do that. Spectators joining here. It's a packed outside to witness this game and to witness the superstars who are just practicing before that Asia Cup kicks in.
Bowled him. Sabir Butt picks up a wicket. Got hit at the beginning, bowled wide, but this one beautifully done. Angles the ball in, off the deck there's movement, and there's a very sharp movement. Rahul Soni doesn't get a nod of it and has to take the long walk back just on 5 of 10, 18 for 2 for the Daredevils.
Harun Shahid comes in. He played well. He uses the crease a lot. Yeah, the leg stick will take a time for him to take because he's just going to take it for an assist because the way he plays his game, it's hard to predict where he'll be standing. Stands tall, Harun goes.
Tumbled, will have to go all the way back. Just have to, oh, he's holding on to his hip flexors. Has he injured himself?
An injury has been a part and parcel for the fast bowlers. It's just something that fast bowlers hate. We've just got that the quick bowlers who bowls over 140, and the injury is something which he has to cope with the whole life, whole career.
That's right. It's about working on those muscles that come into play every single time, keeping them ready for action, and very, very important is to warm up before you get into action.
Oh, well, I remember my coach, Shehzad Altaf, used to tell us that that was a beautiful delivery. Meanwhile, in swinger, he's swinging a lot and bringing ball in. That was a direct hit also. Didn't get a wicket though. So he used to tell us, if you want to play 10 years, you need to stretch yourself. If you want to play 5 years, then you don't worry about stretching. Shabir Bhatt. Oh, excellent ball there. Picture perfect. Oh, that was a shy at the stumps as well. The chances are being created here by Valley Boys.
Well, that's right. Valley Boys, they've got a fantastic unit, bowling well, fielding extremely well. Not on that occasion though, but yeah, still.
That was at the bowler's end. Nobody was at stumps. Should be somebody realizing that, coming in and covering the bowlers, because fast bowlers usually they walk through on that after bowling on their follow through. Shot, pulled, and just bounced in front of the fielder.
Well, yes, when you're trying to pull a ball that's coming in, you're pulling with the movement. That is extremely important to see how well are you able to do that. Meanwhile, that's the Indian side that's trailing. Uppishly played again, but will just get a single.
Yeah, boundaries has dried up. So 4 overs gone, 21 for 2. Well, Khalid, to continue, and a beautiful delivery to start with. Oh, now he's making the ball talk.
Well, he's been amazing from the very first delivery in this match. He has been absolutely on the money with the line, with the length, asking those difficult questions every single time that he's come. 2.1 overs, just 7 runs he's given, picking up a wicket too.
Well, I think Dubai Daredevils need to really recover well here because they're well behind the target if they have in the mind. I think 150 they should be looking for.
Inside edge onto the pads. Harun is struggling as of now. Played 4 deliveries, just a single to his name.
Well, pretty unorthodox batting style of his. That was not a typical way to play on the onside, despite the ball is coming outside off. You're playing on the onside. You have a risk, a slight bit of here or there. You're trapped in front or your castle being disturbed.
You're right. You've got to play to the merit of the ball and try and play towards the offside. The kind of bowling that Khalid Ibrahim has been doing. Oh, look at that again. Made him dance on the floor.
Well, he's seriously bowling well. He's bowling too good, too quick. Look at that. The ball releases and moves away. I think the key is he's banging it short. That's what troubling the batters here.
Spectators from outside, they parked their cars there to watch this game.
Oh, yes. It's very hard to find the parking there.
Oh, look at that. There was a half chance. He got his hands to that ball. Khalid Ibrahim would be heartbroken. There are 2 chances that he's missed out.
Well, this was a perfect chance. If he would have taken, that would have been the catch of the tournament probably. He's managed it well. I think he certainly saved a boundary there.
I think that should have been taken. The timing of the jump, I think, went wrong.
Yeah, Shabir Bhatt there himself. He's just bowled an over and bowling at the point region. You don't see fast bowlers standing on point region, usually.
Pulled it and this time has connected well. There's a chase put on. Oh, it's been saved. Well done there.
Yeah, it was not timed well. But still, boundaries are not coming quite easily. That is what hurting the team. Dubai Daredevils. It's been a while they got a boundary. Not a good start. Not a convincing start for Dubai Daredevils.
That's right. 24 for 2 and 4.5. If they go at the same strike rate, they'll reach 99. That's definitely under par. In the gap will be a single and that should be the over. 5 overs gone, 25 for 2.
Well, the 5 overs gone, 25 for 2. Not a convincing start for the Dubai Daredevils. But it's time for the change in the voice. And joining me for this exciting passage of the game is Abdul Rahman Tariq. I'm delighted to have you, Abdul Rahman, here.
Well, thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you so much, Abid. We were together just yesterday.
Oh, yeah. It seems to be a long time.
Yeah, I know. It's been almost 24 hours. In the meanwhile, Shabir Bhatt continues, has a wicket to his name already. Blooming in swingers are the order of the day. And Abe Jotin, 12 deliveries, going at a runner ball. But at least he's still in there. Haroon Ghaus on the other end, living dangerously, has a catch drop. A couple of run-out chances missed.
Well, bringing ball in is an art, and this man is doing so perfectly. Got a wicket, the perfect delivery coming in, and that too, he made a captain to walk out.
A very interesting run-up that. Zigzagging towards the popping crease. Haroon Ghaus, interesting way he bats. Shows all 3 stumps to the bowler. Very similar to Steve Smith. The approach with the high back lift.
He runs down the crease all the way. Yeah, walks out. That's a chance. That's in the air. There's a fielder, and he takes the catch.
Well, the fact that he walked down the wicket was the reason that he couldn't get any timing on that. That would have been a wide delivery had he just let it go. But because he had committed to the shot, he couldn't pull it off. This is a big wicket. Haroon Ghaus had scored some quick runs in the last game. He has to depart for 2. And Dubai Daredevils in a lot of trouble. 26 for the loss of 3 wickets.
That's chance for the new man. Straight away. He's at Abe Jotin this time. Playing it on long on because the batters have crossed. So I think we are not in October so far.
Absolutely. Good recovery there, Abid. That new rule comes into effect from October. And for our viewers who don't know this, if a batsman gets out, there is no crossing. The new batsman has to come in and face, just like Abdul Aziz now. Not a good first game for him, just the 4 runs. And he's cut it, but straight to the point fielder. This is very good bowling, very good field placing, good cricket overall by Valley Boys.
Yeah, they turned out to be a surprise package there. Khalid Ibrahim, I've seen watching him from a long time, but then over here in this wicket, he seems to be a whole different bowler with a good height. He's kept that good line and length, banging shot. One man taking ball out and the other one is bringing in Shabir. The perfect combination for the fast bowlers. So power play comes to an end. 27 for 3. Well, the time of highlights, it completely belongs to the Valley Boys. They got an early wicket and then the captain departed after struggling a lot and been trying to play across the line. This was the last wicket to fall. Haroon gave a straightaway catch to the Khalid Ibrahim. He took a brilliant catch and that was nothing much to show in the power play. It clearly belongs to the bowling team.
Well, absolutely. 4.5 the economy rate. 3 wickets to your name. The top order destroyed in the power play. I'm trying to remember, I've read a stat somewhere that 80% of the time the team that loses more than 3 wickets in the power play loses the game as well. So Dubai Daredevils has a lot to cover up. Mudassir Wani, the new bowler.
I think it's a perfect time to you can bring your part-timers, I think, but Mudassir is not a part-timer, but I'm saying, what if you see Mahendra Singh Dhoni used to do when he used to get in wicket, immediately he used to take few overs from the part-timers.
Well, the question here is, do you give overs to the part-timers or do you bring in your strike bowlers when you have your foot on the opposition's throat? That is always the question, the dilemma a captain faces. We always talk about bowlers and their actions being similar to international players. Mudassir Wani, his action is very similar to a local player who plays a lot of cricket here in the UAE. Abid Ibrahim is scratching his head, but I know he has the answer on his tip of his tongue.
Well, I need to see him more. Now you put me on a job. And I was enjoying the game of the Rahman. That's not fair.
Well, for the viewers, I'm not giving him any hints. He has to guess this on his own.
Help me out. Help me out. I think comment box will be working. A little bit, but take the pace off. The UAE star player has a pace, and currently a fast bowler who bowls with a new ball, and his name starts with K.
Well, you're almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there. Obviously, he has to work on his fitness a little bit, Mudassir Wani, but a very similar action to a certain Kashif Dawood.
Yes.
And he also reminds me a lot of Umair Ali Khan.
Umair has a different action, but then he's tall and he's pretty much, with the flow, his quick hand action. This one is similar to one of my favorites, Kashif Dawood. We've been talking, he's been clearly not being so convincing that last two didn't go his way. So we'll get to that conversation. It's end of over number 7, 32 for 3.
Usman Trumbo, the captain, had a good first over in the power play. But this is a better call with the field spread out.
A beautiful googly there. So it will not be easy for the batters to tackle Usman Trumbo.
Well, it seems that his stock delivery is the one that comes in. Oh, rare misfield and a poor one. He's very lucky he had cover behind him. You don't want to give a boundary away to the captain bowling.
Well, these are small mistakes which shifts the momentum. All Dubai Daredevil team is looking for a momentum. The moment they get momentum and shift on their way, I think they'll be looking good to score 9 runs and over and reach to 146.
Well, they will have to get to that 130, 140 mark at least to make a game of this. Rahul Soni, interestingly, at the toss told me that he wanted to bat first. Valley Boys won the toss, elected to field. So both teams got what they wanted.
Another googly. On this bat, we have certain bowler called Muzammil Qasim who does this so well.
Very well done, Abid. Very well done. Not a lot of people might have seen Muzammil, but he is very similar to Usman. Brings the ball in regularly as a leg spinner. You're always expecting the ball to go away from the right-hander. Not the case here. And in the meantime, he's only given away 3 runs in the over. 2 of them came off a misfield.
What a fielding. What an effort. If you put in extra effort, it lifts the entire team's morale. So now 8 overs gone. Dubai Daredevils are under trouble. It's 35 for 3.
The Sarwani continues. The ball is in the air. Is it going to land safely? Yes, it is. They keep mistiming it, but luckily that mid-wicket fielder is very deep.
Well, now certainly looks to Umair Ali Khan to me. Yeah. Oh, yes, he got it. That looks in front, I think. There was a bat and ball, maybe. Not a big shout there. Was it drifting down the leg side? Half-hearted appeal.
Yeah, not a very convincing appeal from the bowler or the keeper. Aziz Ansari hits it hard and gets a boundary. Good looking shot. He's a solid batsman, Abdulaziz Ansari. And this will get them moving nicely.
Nicely came on the line of the ball. Perfectly played through the covers. Yeah, he had two intentions to play a cut shot towards the cover. He chose to take the covers region. Oh, similar delivery, but not the result anymore because this time he tried to play on the onside. You're doing so good when you're playing on the cover region. You got a reward as a boundary. Why then you need to change?
Well, I think the temptation was because it was a slower delivery. But I 100% agree with you, Abid. A cover drive for that delivery will also fetch you 4. There's a big gap there. Again, a slower one. Sweeps. He sweeps hard. The fielder has done well, but he chose the wrong end. A throw at the bowler side would have made things very interesting.
Well, I'm just surprised that it's a basic. You see a batter played a sweep shot, so that means he will take time to reach to the non-striking end.
Very well done, Abid. Showing us his coaching credentials. In the meantime, Abhay Jyotin, who's been in there for a long time, 23 deliveries faced, gets his second boundary, and it's a good one, straight down the ground.
Yeah, that was a half volley. It was straight. Hit me delivery there. Was taking for granted. Abhay Jyotin was a fantastic batsman. It's 9 overs gone, 45 for 3. Captain coming in now. With that starting. The googly, that's his stock delivery now. You need to get used to it. Not to be surprised if you see googly coming in.
Well, you have to treat him as an in-swing bowler. That's the logic. Cover drive, very good looking shot that. There is a fielder and he'll clean up nicely. Abdulaziz is on the move. He's looking good in the middle now.
A little bit of a more timing that would have gone for 4. Good looking shot there for us. Now captain is doing a fantastic job. He's taking charge.
Short delivery, misfield again. But they have cover behind him. Long on cleans up. Just a single. Usman Trombo bowling really well. Given away only 9 runs. He's in his 3rd over. Again, a slower delivery. Outside off stump. Abhay Jyotin missing out. This time hits it straight down the ground. And just a single, brilliant over by the captain comes to an end. There's 4 runs off it. And at the halfway mark, Dubai Daredevils 49 for 3 in a lot of trouble. The new bowler coming in, Bilal Ahmed, just marking his run-up and marking his run-up in the com box. Super Neil Oja. Neil, welcome.
Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman. The Valley boys have done extremely well. Just 49 they've given to the Daredevils. Also picking up 3 wickets. And if they maintain this, the Daredevils will only reach 98. That's not going to be a good signing.
Well, the fast bowlers seem to be doing a job. Just pitching the ball short, back a length. And even though they're trying to play across the line, just not getting any timing on it.
Well, yeah, it's a low-scoring game so far. Just a single, and that'll bring 50 for the Daredevils. 50 coming in. 10.2 overs, 51 for 3. Not a good position to be in.
Well, absolutely. A lot of work to do. 9 and over from here gets them to 136. We saw that yesterday as well. TVSL started off slowly, then ended quickly. Is that something that by Daredevils can do? A rare wide, an extra. They've been very disciplined, the Valley boys. Haven't given away too many wides or no balls.
You're right. That is an opportunity for the Daredevils to mount up a couple of runs. This one is a much better delivery. Late movement. .3 overs, 52 for 3. Bilal Ahmed has done well. Abhay Jotin scoring 27 at run a ball. But look at Abdul Aziz, 10 of 16 deliveries. And mind you, this is not a 50 over game.
Oh, that's a good looking shot. They need a lot of those. Inside out, over cover for a boundary. Use the pace of the fast bowler. Very good looking shot this by Abhay Jotin.
They'll have to do a lot more of these, Abdul Rahman, you're right. And they'll have to do it now. Can't keep it for later. They need at least 100 more runs from here on. Swing and a miss there. Beautiful delivery. Again, that exaggerated movement of the deck.
Well, we've been talking about the wickets here. This is again a new wicket. Hasn't been used in the tournament so far. And it is dishing up something exciting for the viewers, for the cricketers. Such a sporting facility, this, everything in it for both batsmen and bowlers.
Dug it in. Dot ball to end the over. 11 gone, 56 for 3. .56 for 3 in 11, and views of the commentary box. On my right here is Abdul Rahman.
And on my left here is Super Neil Oja.
All right, in front of us now is Mudassir Wani. Tossed up delivery, didn't really get underneath the ball. A single there.
Well, with that hairstyle, Neil, I'm sure nobody can confuse the two of us.
Yeah, chop that bun.
Well, you did it for a good cause. We have to mention this. I'd like you to share why you did it. It's in the air. Beautiful hit this. Is it going to go for 6? Yes, it is. What a shot by Abhay Jotin. Not the easiest place to hit a 6, but he's done it.
Well, yes, Abhay Jotin now opening the screws. Beautifully played inside out for a max. We said they'll need a lot more of these.
Good comeback there by Mudassir. Just a single. So yeah, continuing with that story, please do share with our viewers why you chopped your hair. They were much longer, up to shoulder length if I remember.
No, a little bit more longer than that. It was, I was growing the hair for a reason, and that was to donate them for cancer patients' wigs, and ended up chopping them almost 12 inches of hair length that was donated.
Well, absolutely brilliant there, Super Neil Oja. Hopefully, a lot of other people will step as well. Unfortunately, my hair have not grown more longer than 4 inches on my head. But that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for doing that.
It's one way to give back to the society. Stepping down, up in the air. Is there someone to take that? Nope. One bounce. A single to end the over. 12 overs gone at 67 for 3.
Well, the Bangladesh team coming into the ICC Academy. Some familiar faces there. Mushfiqur Rahim, the wicketkeeper batsman. What a sight this for all of us. Some exciting cricket going on in the middle as well. The captain Usman saving a certain boundary that was hit very hard by Abdulaziz.
Well, you're right. Now the projected score shows 108 if they go at the same pace. What a sight. On one end, you're seeing a spectacular game of cricket. On the other hand, there are some international superstars coming in. A little fumble there, silly, and they'll go for the second.
Well, that was very interesting. Abdulaziz Ansari was not looking at the ball. He was pointing at the dugout because he wanted a new bat. And in the meantime, Abhay Jotin was right next to him telling him, can you please go to the other end? There's a run on the offer.
Well, yeah, some lapses in concentration. Maybe they're also having a look at the international superstars who have come. And what is really amazing is that these guys who've come are watching the game.
Well, that shot for 4, I'm sure any international player watching outside would like to see a couple of replays of those. Brilliant hit by Abhay Jotin. Found the gap to perfection. The ball screaming to that point boundary.
Yes, and visuals there for you. Back to live action. Punching it down, we'll get a single. He's getting that movement. Bilal Ahmed.
The only challenge that Dubai Daredevils has is, even though they've gotten a boundary in the over, or a 6 even, they haven't capitalized, haven't made it a 14-15 run over. The last over went for 9. This over 6 so far, even with the boundary. Can they make it count? Can they make it a big one?
6 runs so far. They need one more boundary here. He flicks it and flicks it well, but there's a fielder who's he messes it up. This was a regulation fielding. Misses it and messes it. Boundary.
Well, this will help the Dubai Daredevils for sure. Again, maybe he's just distracted a bit with what's going on around him. You have to keep your focus in the game, inside that rope. That will not help 2 boundaries in the over, 10 runs off it.
Now this time again in the gap. There's a chase on offer, but the ball will win the race. You're talking about a big over. Here it comes.
Well, this is what happens when you misfield. What should have been a single converted to a boundary. Abdulaziz kept strike and he's made it count. Back-to-back boundaries, a big over, 14 of it. 81 for 3 now at the end of 13. The captain continues. Usman Trumbo, 10 runs in his 3 overs, pulling the last over of the spell.
The very first delivery of his spell. The catch dropped. This one has been swept well, but a couple of runs is what they'll concede.
With the Dubai Daredevils looking a bit more confident now. The sweep shots coming out. Abdulaziz run a ball 24. Abhay Jotin has moved on to 45. And Abdulaziz Ansari has hit it straight towards the international players. That's one way to get noticed, my friend.
Well, yes, all eyes on him now. Every single person would be looking at him, because they saw a humongous 6 coming their way. There's no reason why their necks wouldn't be rubberized to look at what's happening in the center. Abdulaziz Rashid making a statement in front of the Afghan team that's just walked in.
Well, they would have loved that. They loved their monster hitting. That was a monster hit. This time cuts it hard, but straight to the fielder. He's not happy. Abdulaziz missed out on a boundary opportunity.
Well, yes, an opportunity here for him to play big for a side. Goes down on one knee. Will get a single.
Abhay Jotin, beautiful shot that into the cover fence. Again a big over this one, 6 and 4.
Well done there, inside out, again beautifully played. One bounce into the fence, 14 overs gone, 95 for 3.
Mohsin Mattu comes into bowl with the pink headband.
It looks like a kitchen towel. Mohsin Mattu.
Well, that's one way to get noticed in the cricket field. Some fancy headgear. Can he back it up with his bowling? That's the question.
What is the fanciest thing that you've worn on a cricketing field, Abdul?
The last time I wore, or I tried to copy a certain Andrew Russell, wore one orange and one blue shoe, got laughed out of the ground, never wore them again.
Well, yeah, we all have our quirks. I remember playing here at the ICC Academy very early. I just arrived in the country, but 2011. I was wearing football cleats in the field, and that was during the fielding session while I was standing at point, and the leg umpire spotted that. He called me and he said, "You need to change your shoes." Meanwhile, up 50 for Abhay Jotin with that single. Very well done, but the job is not yet completed. The umpire came in and he said, "Listen, you can't wear these shoes because these are football shoes." And I was like, "Fair, I'm not bowling nor am I batting. On the field, I can wear them." He said, "No, you can't." So I said, "Fair. Then in that case," I used an almost film dialogue. Meanwhile, an aerial shot, just a single. I went and told the umpire, "Sir, why don't you get that confirmation from a certain Herschel Gibbs? He wears the same."
Well, absolutely. I was just going to say that. I've seen Herschel Gibbs wear football cleats. Umar Akmal wearing those lime green football cleats that were made famous by a certain Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's right.
So, I think in a fielding perspective, football cleats make a lot of sense, especially when you're playing on the grass, gives you a good grip when you're running.
That's right. They do. Definitely much better than spikes. You can't do that. You can't wear them when you're bowling, but when you're fielding, oh, definitely a lot of grip. And also the grass doesn't get stuck as bad in dewy conditions like it does in your spikes.
Well, absolutely. The metal spikes are a disaster after a fielding session on grass. In the meantime, Dubai Daredevils has crossed the 100 barrier. A switch in gears for them. We're going very slowly. At one stage, we're looking at getting to 100 in 20 overs. This time, they've managed to do that in 14.5. Getting a move along. Just on that topic, Neil, there have been quite a few changes in the way the gear has been taken into consideration. Previously, you couldn't wear your keeping pads under the trousers. Now, it's a norm, especially in limited overs cricket. I've been stopped, actually a match was stopped because our keeper was wearing those baseball pads. Abdulaziz Ansari, well, he would be at home on a baseball field. That is a home run. Massive six.
That's humongous. That is humongous. As big as it gets. Step down. And again has got the attention of some Sri Lankan cricketers who are looking at him. That big six. As the Sri Lankan cricket side walks out from their training session, just days ahead of the Asia Cup. 15 overs gone, it's 107 for 3. A quick look at how Abhay reached his 50. Was almost at a run a ball kind of a scene, but then picked up his shots, changed his gears and reached his 52 in 40.
Well, 5 overs to go. And they had scored 58 runs in the previous 5 overs. Almost doubled their tally from what they scored in the top 10.
That's right. It's a good indicator that both these batters have got on song to get the game going. You're talking about the pads. And cricket, if you see, is an evolving game. A lot has changed in last few years. Up pitch play, chance there, but will go beyond for a maximum.
Well, he's almost taken out the cameraman. You don't want to do that, Abhay Jotin. All these pictures are coming live because of these guys. And that shot, that's one for the replays. Brilliant hit over long off for a maximum.
Well, yes, boundaries coming in. Abhay Jotin took some time to settle in. But what he's done after that is just phenomenal. Hitting them absolutely clean. It's so good to see someone getting those big ones. A quick little water break there. 15.2 overs, 115 for 3.
Well, the action continues. We've found that ball. And this time a dot ball. These are rare dot balls in the last 5 overs. We haven't seen a lot. Boundaries and sixes coming from the bat of Abhay Jotin and Abdulaziz.
Well, yeah, 147 now. That's what the projected score looks like. Mighty impressive if they reach there. All along the carpet. The call is for 2, but they will have to stay back with just a single.
Well, it might be also the case that the batting has gotten a bit easier since the ball is not swinging that much. And this will give heart to the Valley Boys, who's going to chase in the second innings.
Again, the call is for 2, but only a single. This is what is happening. Once you've hit the ball, you need to go for the first one really, really hard. Run it really quick, put your head down and run. So that it just opens up that opportunity for the second.
It causes a misfield most of the times because the fielder has a tendency to look up and see what the batsman is doing and take their eyes off the ball.
Wide there. Way down the leg side. Abhay Jotin smart enough to move across to play it towards fine leg, but no connection, but no harm done. Single nonetheless. One more delivery to go in this over, the 16th over in progress. Oh, very well stopped by the wicket keeper. Brilliantly done. Dot ball to end the over. 16 gone. It's 118 for 3. Stepping down for the fresh over. Straight to the fielder will get a single. Joining me in the commentary box is Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Neil. I just stepped in and the last time I left these two batters, they were clearly struggling. But now looking very nice. The partnership is 93 runs. Oh, this-
Tossed up, beautifully played, up in the air. And no stopping this. Maximum.
That's what happens when you spend some time in the wicket. The slower one picked up nicely. Look at that. Mudassir Bwani gave it a time and the batter has just gone for all money, all power, clear sheer power of a bottom hand. Lets the ball go out of the sight.
Well, yes, Abhay Jotin, rightly mentioned, has spent a lot of time in the center. Definitely helps someone who's been playing for some time. Swing and a miss there, dot ball.
This has been a great partnership of 99 runs. Abdulaziz alongside Abhay Jotin. They played a gem of a knock here. Their team was clearly struggling. Lost 3 wickets quickly. And was clearly in deep trouble. The power play didn't go on their way. But then in the middle part, they recovered really well. They kept on checking and taking those 10 runs and over, 9 runs and over. Good job there. Shout out to the batters.
Straight up and into the fence. Maximum.
Well, that was up and over. That was in the zone. Batter just shuffled. Came under the line of the ball. Then dressed. It was an easy picking just to hit it straight as you can. 73 for Abhay Jotin. This has been a miraculous knock.
A phenomenal knock there. He's done extremely well for his side. And he's not stopping. Inside out. A couple of bounces into the fence. 4 runs.
Well, it's the team completely charged up. They are overjoyed with this stroke. What a shot that is. Came under the line of the ball nicely. Just took it for the charge when it was just perfectly. 109 runs partnership. All that shouting and charged up. Can hear the team. Triple D. Miscued up in the air. And that will run down there for another 4.
This is amazing scoring. Clean hitting. It doesn't matter how they come. In a planned shot or an unplanned journey. Runs coming through and it's helping them.
Big over. A very big over here from Mudassir. It's been a wicket-less end bowl this over. Given 21 runs. Huge. 17 gone. 139 for 3.
There you go, the superstar Virat Kohli walking out. Ravindra Jadeja, Surya Kumar Yadav walking out of the training. This is the pre-Asia Cup days.
Yeah, they're working hard. They're day and out. Well, to be called champion, you need to work out for it.
Hit it in that direction. 1 bounce.
Well,
Should be it.
that was a perfect shot. But I don't know for what reason it did not go all the way. I think it was not hit with enough power. Look at that. The crowd, the people, oh, everybody is there. They're just waiting for that one picture. A lifetime opportunity.
Well, yes. Who wouldn't want to have their phones capturing some visuals of the superstar Virat Kohli? People coming in from different parts of the country as they know that the teams are training here at the ICC Academy, the same venue as this where the game is being played. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, the teams that are training here.
To come join them is Kuwait and Hong Kong. Yeah. So we unfortunately missed that chance. The UAE team not qualifying for the Asia Cup.
You're right. They had to beat Hong Kong by a big margin. Couldn't do that in the last game. Meanwhile, a boundary there. Both these guys are on song. Abdulaziz and Abhay Jotin.
Well, what Khalid was doing, he was coming in to bowl that indica with the angle. When he tries to bring the ball in with his body language, it's pretty much predictable that the ball is going to coming in. So I think he need to be a little bit more sharp. And I think he was doing well when he was bowling his first spell.
Again, bringing the ball in. Has he connected well? Well, this has been taken. Finally, Abdulaziz perishes. This partnership has been broken. A very good partnership for the Daredevils comes to an end.
Yeah, top edge, up in the air. The fielder did well. He covered lots of yards to come, and finally a big relief for the team. Welly boys, they would be delighted to see the back of this batsman who scored 46 runs of just 35 deliveries. A great knock under pressure comes to an end. It's 1 for 5 for 4. Second wicket, that was for Khalid, and then every time he picks up the wicket, he seems to be charged in. But I think they could have done really much better, the Welly boys. They had the game in the grip. They was not able to get Abhay and Abdulaziz out from the brilliant 100 run partnership, which has, I think, brought back the team by the levels into the fighting spirit and the fighting position. The new batsman is Ratish Pujari, joining Abhay Jotan, who's on 82. Well, I see a ton coming in.
Down the leg side, wide. Abhay Jotan. What he's done is he's toiled hard for his side, played there, stayed there, and then finally, when he realized that the moment is right, started hitting big.
Yeah, the challenge is there is 2 overs to go after this delivery, and he needs to get 18 runs for his personal figure. But this has been over a fantastic knock. He took his time. Going back on the crease, hitting it towards the onside. Oh, there's a misfield. There was only a single, which ended up in 2. That means the new batter will be on strike. So over number 18 comes to an end. The next over will be the penultimate over, and it's 148 for 4. Bilal Ahmed with zigzag. Oh, that was full toss and could be a chance. Yeah, what he did. What did he do? Messed up completely, and it's a 4, I think.
He tried to take that catch at chest height with a reverse cup. Like an Australian. Was he trying to do that? Check that. See? What was that? You should have just kept the normal standard, fingers pointing upwards, palm down, and take the simple catch.
Well, that was a catch. Any day. 150 comes up, but that drop is undescribable. What went wrong? Ratish gets off the mark with the boundary, and maybe the other one. It's outside edge, and ball travels towards the fence. It's back to force.
Yeah, the tide has turned and it's favoring the Daredevils now.
Well, the game of cricket is all about the momentum. The moment you have the momentum towards you, anything you hit that goes towards the fence. You can see the first half clearly belonged to the Valley Boys, where they were dominating. Fielding was charged. And now you see a simple catch getting dropped. It's all about the momentum. They are running for 2 and got it quite comfortably in the end.
Wow.
Well, Neil, I see maybe around the corner 170 runs from here. Do you think that's chaseable?
Valley Boys, I can definitely tell you that they've let the game slip out of their hands. At one point in time, it looked like that the Daredevils wouldn't be able to score more than 120. But 160 almost already. A low full toss has been smacked and has gone big. Ritesh Pujari is turning the game on its head.
Well, he was trying to find that Yorker, got it completely wrong, and the ball travelled beyond the ropes for a maximum. What a delightful sight it is for any batsman who's just come into the crease and got 16 runs of just 4 deliveries. And the man who's around the corner to get 100 is just an spectator there.
Yeah, that's right. That makes me wonder, will Abhay Jyotin reach his century, because he doesn't really have too many deliveries on hand. 7 more deliveries to go. And of those 7, Abhay will have to face the most of them. He needs 16 runs to get to his personal milestone. Can he go all big?
Well, I think he must be cursing that fielder who made a misfield on that final delivery. Where there was only 1, they took 2, and that brought Ratish on a strike. He missed out maybe a chance of 100 on that. So completes the penultimate over. A big one comes to an end. So Bilal Ahmed completes his 3 overs. He's got 1 more to go, but the final over will not be on his kitty. It's 166 for 4. Final over, first delivery, beautifully driven, and Abhay Jyotin shows his sign. He's up for the 100.
That's right, very first delivery. Beautifully driven. That puts pressure now on the bowler. Jyotin on 88 now, 12 required for his landmark. Will he be able to do that? Now that's a very good question.
It's a big task. It's a challenge. Out of 5 deliveries, you have to hit 3 for the 4. He's played. It's not with the help of 4 sixes and 7 boundaries. Strike rate of 160. It's a glorious knock. Abhay Jyotin, I think he plays a huge role to bring the team back in the contest. They were down and out.
Pulled up in the air. They should go for the second. Ritesh says no. I think if Ritesh was prepared to go for the second, there was a very big opportunity for Abhay, because the ball went up in the sky for a mile, stayed up there. Ritesh went for the single and said, listen, this is it. I'm not going for the second.
And Ritesh is also middling the ball well. So they are least bothered about the personal figures here. They want the team to win, and this one has been tongued up and over.
Well, yes, the classic example of team over individual. Ritesh, from the first ball that he's played, has been able to middle the ball cleanly. And by denying the second to Abhay, which primarily means that Ratesh will be on strike, he's saying, listen, I'm here to play for the team.
Well, they are on the verge. Oh, this one also smashed. And the fielder got it? No, doesn't seem he's got to it. The umpires are confirming whether it is a maximum of 4. What a hit, what a heave. Powerful shot.
Brilliantly played there, Ratesh. He's seeing the ball also cleanly and playing it like he owns the space.
Well, they're 9 runs away, 490. That would be a massive total. 2 more deliveries, and this one right into the block hole. Mudassar made a little bit of a misfield, and they run for 2.
Can't afford to make those errors. 2 runs on that delivery, and last ball to go now. Where does Ratesh Pujari hit this? And even a bigger question, where does Shabir Butt bowl that delivery?
Well, would you believe it? What a strike rate. They scored 76 runs in the last almost 5 overs. The final delivery goes up, goes high. Will it go for 4? No, it drops just in front of the 2 fielders. And they take 2 runs. So 77 runs that were scored in last 5 overs. This has been clearly a dominating knock from the batters.
Absolutely. 185 on the board. Losing 4 wickets in 20 overs. Ratesh Pujari 30 of 9. Abhay Jotin unfortunate to not get to his 100, but 89 of 56 deliveries. They've done extremely well, scoring at 9.25. At one point in time, they looked like that they would only reach about 110, 120 max. But a great comeback and a fantastic performance with the bat by both these guys who are walking out. A quick look at their batting card. Mohammad Nasir couldn't really do much, got out on 1. Rahul Soni on 5. Harun Ghoz on 2. And then Abdul Aziz gave some company to Abhay Jotin, scored a well-made 46 of 35. Ratesh Pujari came and smashed the ball all around the park. 30 of 9 deliveries, but Abhay Jotin, the standout performer, 89 of 56 deliveries, 12 extras, and the total 185 for 4.
Well, Neil, would you believe it? The last 10 overs going for 136 runs. They were at 49 for 3 at the halfway stage, and what a recovery this has been. Great knock from Abhay Jotin. He's just kept shy of 11 runs from his 100. Great knock, and this is the bowling card. The successful bowler remained Khalid Ibrahim, who picked up 2 wickets up front, and Shabir Butt also played a huge part, bringing those in-swingers well, but his economy was destroyed in the end with 9.5. So Remainers couldn't contribute with the wicket, neither with the economy. Only Usman, the captain, who bowled his 4 overs, given 24 runs. He remained a wicket less. So 12 runs as an extras, and 186 is the target. We'll take a short break and be back to see the run chase of Valley Boys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second innings of this game number 6 between Valley Boys and Dubai Daredevils for the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by FanCode. The first innings was a tale of two halves, 49 runs in the first 10 overs, and then 137 runs in the second 10 overs. Great partnership between Abdulaziz and Abhay Jotin. And then a flourish right at the end. So 187, that's the challenge for the Valley Boys. They'll want to make a statement here. Get the 2 points on the board, put pressure on the Dubai Daredevils, who have lost their first game against the Pindi Boy defenders. Mohsin Matu, the opener for Valley Boys.
Copy, sir. 937 copy.
Mohit Raghav. 3 overs, 24 runs in the tournament so far. Has a wicket to his name. Here we go. The run chase starts off, and Mohsin Matu is middle the first ball. Gets a single down to square leg. Mahfouz Ilahi, the second opener. So Mohsin Matu, Mahfouz Ilahi, and Mohit Raghav. M&M at the field at the moment. And opening the commentary with me in the comm box, Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome. Hope you had a nice dinner.
Yeah, I enjoyed the dinner and enjoying the game certainly. This will be a huge task for the two batters together. Mohsin Matu plays a huge role in this run chase. That would be the wicket they'll be eyeing on.
Down the leg side, very well kept by the captain. He had his work cut out in the last game. There were a lot of extras from the Dubai Daredevils. Wides down the leg side. Rahul Soni diving left, right and centre. And even though this is a big total, 185, they will want to keep those extras in check. Well, it was what? Down the leg side. Abdulaziz, a short fine leg. A slight fumble. And Mahfouz Ilahi will get off the mark.
Well, it's a risky move to bring ball in from the good length and asking batsmen to heave it, and you have a fine leg up. Not a good field placement there from Mohit Raghav.
They do have deep square leg. Some protection in the deep on the leg side. A third man in place as well. Wide outside off some and given. So already 2 extras.
Well, your field placement says that you want to bang the ball short. Then why you're not doing it so good?
Well, Abid, I can tell you it's easier said than done. As a fast bowler, bowling that short, quick delivery is not easy. Oh, what a delivery. What an absolute peach. Mohit Raghav was celebrating. He thought he got the outside edge. And he's beaten everything. Unplayable.
Well. He was asking the batsman serious question. That was seaming and swinging delivery. Mohsin Matu, usually a very good batsman. The team relies on him, but he's taking a bit of time, and I think he should do that.
Lord rests on his shoulders. Again, wide outside off stump. This time the keeper unable to collect. 2 wides. So even though there have been only 2 singles off the bat, Valley Boys already at 7.
Well, it's been a lot of extras there. The initial 3 extras given, and it's also a certain bowler where the keeper doesn't like to keep against. So I think Mohit Raghav would be someone that keeper wouldn't be enjoying.
Oh, it was in the slot. And Mahfouz Ilahi has deposited towards mid-wicket the first boundary of this run chase.
Again, erring in the line, giving it onto the pads, and this one was lofted beautifully. Goes for 4, and that would definitely give some comfort to Mahfouz Ilahi to get started with the boundary.
The Valley Boys dugout at the 10 over mark. They were the happier lot in the field. Just 49 runs. 4 wickets in the dugout. Then a fight back of epic proportions from Dubai Daredevils. 183 on the board. 188, beg your pardon. Oh, inside half of the bat. Very lucky that ball has not crashed into the stumps. Living dangerously, Mahfouz. He has the boundary already. And very lucky still to be there. Mohit Raghav, unlucky.
Not a convincing start for Daredevils. And they have given 11 and just 5 deliveries. Not looking threatening there, Mohit, apart from one delivery. That beast Mohsin Matu going away from him.
Again, swinging delivery. This time there's a quick single. The fielder's right at the edge of the circle. Very odd in the first over itself.
Yeah, Ratish there, the fielder, picked up and took a while to throw, and look at that, odd bounce in front as well.
Well, yeah, even though Mohsin Matu was a bit slow off the blocks, they still got a single. Good first over for Valley Boys. 12 for no loss at the end of 1. New bowler Mohammad Farhan, left-hander. Oh, the same story continues. Wide down the leg side.
Well, I think that would be the biggest enemy for Daredevils, their extras. Their bowlers will not be able to control the ball, the new ball. That's been a worry for them. I think they are lacking up front the quickie.
Yeah, they have a very strong batting lineup. We've seen that. They bat deep. They bat well. Even after the loss of 4 wickets, managing 185, you need to have a very strong batting lineup for that. But that fast bowling department is where they are lacking. Shami, maybe the umpire, nods his head, says not out.
I think it's just bruised shirt or somewhere. That's not given as wide, I think.
Yeah, I think it did touch something. Otherwise, The umpire would have given it as wide.
Well, Rahul Soni having a chat with the bowler, and that's definitely the chat. Ball onto the stumps or outside off.
Well, anything short into his body, Mohsin Mattu very strong towards that square leg mid-wicket region. There you see, there he goes towards square leg. Couple of bounces into the fence. So even though it was a full delivery, it was in the pads, and Mohsin Mattu is not going to miss out.
Yeah, maybe the captain asked him to bowl there, but slightly fuller would have been good because he's swinging the ball. If you're swinging the ball, you need to pitch it up and let the ball talk. But this time, he put it on a good length area, but was easy picking for Mohsin. So now that shot will give a confidence to Mohsin. That's a first boundary for him. He was lacking the boundary and getting a little bit nervous because of few deliveries swinging here and there. A new ball, he's trying to take his time, but I think now is the time where he get the boundary, he's get a good feeling when the ball hits the middle of the wood. Yeah, that's a good bowling. Now that's sensible that you don't rely on swing. Either you rely on swing or you don't rely on the swing. That's what you need to pick up the choice. You got 6 deliveries to bowl. You can't really mix so many things together. If you want to trap the batsman in front, pitch it full and pitch it outside off. Let the ball come back to the batter. That's what the left-armers do.
A fuller delivery. It was meant to be hit. Mohsin Mattu was beaten outside off once. You're not going to beat him with that delivery. A boundary.
Yeah, full toss, feeding him outside off. Easy picking there for Mohsin. Now, when you do that, so you let the batter get settled. A good batter is just a couple of hits away to get into the touch.
Absolutely. Mohsin Mattu has been in devastating form in domestic cricket, scoring runs for fun. And it'll be very exciting for our viewers if he stays when the spinners come on, because he plays that reverse sweep or reverse pull against the spinners really well.
Oh, that must be hurting the keeper. Hit him right in the finger. That's a big wide. Yes, maybe. Call it wide. That was gone completely wrong. That's not the area where you need to be, Abdur Rahman.
Well, he has tried bowling outside off stump, and he has gone for a boundary. It's just that natural change where your body wants to adjust the line, not give him any more width. Mohammad Farhan is under a lot of pressure already. 11 runs conceded. Still 2 deliveries to come. And this is a very good start when you're chasing 185.
Oh, that's a good delivery now. Not too good over from 2 overs past. It's just 1.5 out of this 11 deliveries. 6 has been extras. Well, that concludes the over. It's 23 for none.
Mohit Raghav continues. Again down the leg side. Will that be a wide? Yes, it is. So without any effort, just a couple of boundaries. They've already reached 23. We're just in the second over. And this will be very frustrating for the captain behind the stumps.
This is better now. Ball coming in and played a beautiful cut shot. There's a chase between the two fielders. And he got to it. Certainly saved the runs for the team and brilliant effort.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Abe. And that's brilliant fielding. He batted almost the full 20 overs. And now chases the ball down. And saves a run for his team. Every run counts here.
Oh, I think that's clean.
It's in the air. There's nobody. A short mid-wicket. Two fielders deep. Abid Ibrahim are square leg at mid-wicket. That fielder, had he been in the circle, I would have landed right in his hands.
Well, he's bringing the ball in. I don't doubt that those two fielders out would be usable when the batter will charge. But I think one fielder inside the ring covering both those fielders would have been a good idea.
Well, absolutely. There's no need to have 7 fielders on the offside in the circle. Get a fielder in. Put some pressure. That's an easy single as well. Just bunt and run. They can afford to do that, having scored already 5 runs in the over. Still halfway through that.
Oh, that's a big heaver now on the side. I think that extra cover region where Ratish is planted, that could be a place to sacrifice and bring him on the own side. Then you can really try your in-swingers and let the ball a little bit get in the air or cut down those singles as well.
Well, yeah, they have to make some changes. Rahul Soni has the best view from behind the stumps. What the batsman is doing, what the bowler is doing as well. Again down the leg side. One good delivery, follows a bad one.
Now
He looks frustrated, he looks tired already. We're just in the second over. There's a lot of cricket yet to go.
That's what the frustration is the right word that you mentioned. As soon as you get frustrated, you try to bowl quick, hard, you get tired quickly as well. It's just that frustration. You don't need to carry that one.
Width given. Mahfouz Elai struggling a bit outside the off stump. A dot ball.
Now, every delivery that has been bowled by Mohit Raghav outside off has threatened the batsman or been a very decent delivery. But the error when he tries to swing the ball, he's not been able to control the swing. Now again seam up. Well, that one is being hit and that's travelling for sure.
For the last delivery, the extra delivery, it's what has caused the damage. Width given, Mahfouz was ready for it, throws his bat at it hard and gets a boundary. Valley Boys going at 11 runs in over, 33 for no loss at the end of 3. New bowler, Akshay Jotin. And he starts off where all the other bowlers have left off, a wide down the leg side.
It's been a hard day for Rahul Soni to keep the wickets. Look at that. With the angle, taking it away. And this time Rahul couldn't collect it. That fielder is exactly planted with that delivery. So it's in the idea. Oh, well, what's going on? Hold on.
Well, the ball hit the inside off of the bat, and we were talking about this. Nobody in the circle in that mid-wicket region. Mohsin Matu had time to stand up, look where the ball is, and then go for the single.
Well, I think they badly need a short mid-wicket. Yeah, it's easy for the batsman and the ball coming in just to place a flick shot. Yes, you have two men patrolling on the boundary side, but then you're giving easy singles.
Well, I tell you what, if the ball is swinging into the right-hander, if he can hit you through that extra cover region, that would have to be a beautiful shot. But in the meantime, you need to get an extra fielder here on the leg side. Akshay Jotin getting his line right now. 2 dot balls.
Well, I think the ideal shot would be slightly make a room. Don't go a lot behind. Just make a slight bit of a room and play inside out over the covers.
Yeah, we've seen somebody like Yasir Khalim do that and do that really well.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent wicket keeping. Rahul Soni, the
Yeah.
captain, leading from the front.
Yasir Khalim certainly spoiling us with those magical cover drives that he plays so well. I think anything through the cover is something special that a batter play. I think he need to little bit work on his own side, but he's a devastating batter when it comes to the covers of the point region.
We were talking about his leg side play yesterday, and then he tonked one over long on for a maximum.
A shut-up call to us.
Yes, absolutely. Not just in the ground, but outside as well after the match was over.
It's all about applying yourself. If you apply yourself, I remember the last game yesterday. Yasir Khalim scored 1 runs out of 7 deliveries. So then he ended up scoring 46 runs of 30 odd deliveries.
We saw a similar knock today as well from Abhay. Slow start. Oh, it's in the air. There is a fielder there, but he'll just be a spectator. What a hit from Mahfouz Ali. 6 runs.
That been swung away, asking for that punishment, and got one. Easy work for the batter. Just you're feeding him and asking him to take that. That ball does not threatens you at all.
.41 on the board already. Good opening start this for the big run chase. 3.5 overs. Still 2.1 overs of the power play left. 13 deliveries. If they can capitalize, get to 60, 65, that will be the ideal start in the power play. The long-ish over coming to an end. A change of the balls. That one going outside the ground. But the pattern has not changed. Abid Ibrahim, a wide down the leg side.
Now that if you keep that fine leg too close, certainly to saving the boundary, you're just sacrificing one fielder. Just for the bad deliveries. So I think that's not the ideal way to defend 186. So they're right on the track. Current run rate stays 10.5 and the required is 9. It's the end of the over number 4, 42 for none.
New bowler Abdul Safar coming in. 42 for no loss in 4 overs. Required run rate under control, 9 over.
So a new bowler being introduced, a spin here. Well, I wonder, where was he? I think he should have been bowling the second over. You have a left arm tweaker, Abdul Safar. Why did you use him with the new ball?
Well, I think in the last game against the Pindi Boys defenders, the Dubai Daredevils were a bowler short right at the end. They were in control for most of the game. So I think maybe what they want to do is keep Abdul Safar for those middle overs along with Abdul Aziz, who bowls leg spin. Good start so far. Single and a dot ball. He's found his line and length.
Gone, came under the radar. That's uppish. And a couple of bounces finds the fans.
Well, you get a bit predictable. 3 deliveries, all of them in the same slot. Just targeting that middle and off stump. Mahfouz, after a sighter, just clears his leg and goes toward mid-wicket. Gets a boundary.
Well. The game is in control for early boys. Down the leg side one more time. This time the spinner has committed a mistake there. That's been a big worry for them. Ball going down the leg side and extras has been just piling up.
Well, we have been talking about calories and calories being burnt in the com box. And I'm sure Rahul Soni has burnt about 2,000 collecting that ball down the leg side.
Clearly, it's worked out well. Oh, this one swept away. There is no protection at fine. The ball will travel. Yes, it will for 4 runs.
Well, that's a Mohsin Mattu special. He drags that ball from off stump and plays it to the leg side. He's very confident in his sweep shots. The fine leg was quite square. And in the end, they get another boundary. 11 runs off this over so far. Still 2 deliveries to come, so they're keeping up with that required run rate.
Yeah, they're keeping it well checked. They're well beyond that required. It's 8.6. They're going with 11. Oh, just chipped it out over the bowler's head. And that ball has travelled. And stopped in the deep. That's well done by the fielder. But just a push. The ball travelled really quick.
Well, the mid-off and long-on fielders almost colliding. Didn't go full-blooded Mohsin. Sort of check shot.
Yeah, and
In
then
the end, get a single.
well, the previous shot got travelled and went so good is just because Mohsin came onto the line very quickly. He had the place where he can choose to hit.
In between all that carnage, 54-run partnership and 54-run opening stand. 5 overs done, 54 for no loss now, Valley Boys.
Well, that's on the heave on the onside. So 5 overs gone. And Akshay continues his spell. And coming back into his spell is Neil Oja. Welcome, Neil. Super excited to have you around.
Thank you so much, Abid. Big shout there. And the umpire gives it. End of Mahfouz Elahi. The ball stayed low and would have gone to maybe kiss the leg stump.
Yeah, the finger goes up and the celebration gets up. And that was the wicket they were looking for, the breakthrough. As soon as Super Nilo just steps in the com box and Triple D strikes. Mahfouz Elahi scoring 21 of 17 deliveries. He walks out, it's 55 for 1. Danish Hafiz, the new man, straight away down the leg side, and that's given us wide.
Well, the wides have been a massive issue as far as the Daredevils are concerned. 11 wides so far, including this one. 11 wides.
Add to that, a good take from the keeper. That would be a 13th wide.
Wow.
Yep.
So 11 before the previous one, then the 12, and now 13, which means the Daredevils have bowled 2 overs extra in
more.
wides.
Slightly more than that. It's 2.1 out of 5.2. Well, now this time it came right in the center of the bat, and the bowler was appealing there. He's got a wicket there earlier. That was Mahfouz Elahi to walk out. So now it's all about a wicket and momentum. When you pick up a wicket, you have a fancy chance to make a comeback in the game. So I think the team Valley Boys should be playing an aggressive game here, not to lose any more wicket.
Wide again. Earlier was down the leg side, couple of them, and now outside the off stump. This is really, really poor. This is really, really poor, I tell you. You can't be bowling these lines. Oh my God, it just hurts watching them bowl those deliveries again and again. 3 extras so far, 3 wides.
And that's a problem for the captain as well. You have got allotted a certain time to finish the game. And especially a fast bowler, when he's bowling wide delivery, he's taking a lot of time to come back. So time is an issue here. That is being smashed. One bounce into the fence. Good looking shot from Mohsin Matu.
That's right, a very good looking shot. Got his foot across the line and smacked it. Beautifully done.
I see a frustration in the batters now that those wides, it just frustrates the batters as well, not the only keeper or the teammates. If you keep on bowling extras and wides, that breaks the momentum of the batter as well.
That is so true. The momentum is crucial, but at the same time, what is extremely important is that you're giving away so many runs in extras, putting pressure on the next bowler who comes in.
But now here is the problem with the team. Triple D. Oh, has he got him? No, there was a villain involved in it, maybe. Well, the problem with them was they bowled 22 wides in the previous game. And now that story continues. Look at that. Tried to play a paddle sweep, got bat onto it, and that was going to hit the wicket, but there was a bat involved. So good decision there from the umpire, pardon me. The power play got done and they are really much in command. It's 63 for 1. That's a highlights package for you. Here's the power play in case if you missed out the first six overs. And it's been a clearly not a convincing bowling, and the shot's been great execution. A lot of runs coming on from the onside, and that was the wicket. It was hit, kept low, and then the story continues. Hitting on the onside has been the regular stuff what they have been kept doing. Right into the center of the bat and tried to take a single. Says no, Mohsin Matu not interested to take a single there.
Well, yeah. Danish Hafiz. He'll have to get going. The idea over here to maintain that run rate is to keep scoring runs. Nothing else but that. Try and look for one boundary. It's a big shout and given. Wanting to go across. The ball staying low into the pads. And that's gone.
Well, you really can't complain about it. It was trapped right in front. Yes, it was hitting you at the midriff, but you were well beyond, down, and that was hitting the stump. That was a good decision by the umpire, and Danish Hafiz walks out without doing much for the team. Scored only 1 run. Score is unmoved. It's 63 for 2. Well, a new batsman is Majid Mansoor to face the left arm. I think he's hitting the right places.
It's a very good over considering what has happened in the previous overs. Abdul Safar has not given a run yet, picked up a wicket. Majid Mansoor will be on strike. Making room, playing it in the gap, will just get a single.
Well, I think that's intention. They want the batter to play a cut shot. Well, you play a sweep shot here, you make yourself in trouble. Mohsin Matu plays a sweep shot. I think that's not a right choice to do when the ball is darting in from the left armour.
25 of 18 for him. Angled that ball in, an armour, didn't turn. Get a single. Required run rate now. Reaching to almost 9.2.
Well, I see a left armers getting a lot of wickets in this tournament. The previous game getting a man of the match was Hari Barwal from IGM. Picked up 4 wickets. And now again we see Abdul Safar is doing a fantastic job. With 2 overs done for him, 14 and picked up a wicket there. So it's 7 gone, 65 for 2. Well, that was the team that you saw in the background, preparing for Asia Cup. A lot of teams doing so. This time with the flag in, it's the team Afghanistan. Oh, this show was with the side screen. Yeah. Abdulaziz Rashid to start his spell here. He'll be playing a crucial role as a leggy.
A switch hit, uppishly played, and will race away towards the fence. 4 runs. Mohsin Matu is coming on to his own with that shot. Beautifully done.
A little bit of a risk there. Shifting the side and hitting it up and over. And there was no chance for the third. I don't think so. That's a good idea to attack on a very first delivery of a new bowler. You usually go to check him out with a couple of deliveries, playing with a straight bat.
Well, yeah, you're right. From that perspective, it's always good to check. But then there are some players who back their strengths, and to put the bowler on a back foot, attack him on the very first ball in a very unorthodox way.
I just like that. This was an overthrow there. An error there. Look at that hard throw to the bowler's end. There's nobody backing up there. It's just going all wrong for a Triple D. And now what Mohsin does is that he gets to the line of the ball too early, where he can have completely a command to play wherever he wants to.
That's right. A boundary has already come in this over, which means the pressure is off his partner Majid Mansoor. They can take those singles and doubles, keep rotating strike, and sort this over out. If they keep getting a boundary and over and take it from there in that way, I think this game is very much within their control.
Oh, that's a good defensive shot. Nicely behind it. Well, Neil, I think the game has changed a bit. The modern game has changed a lot, where when you're chasing down, you try to get the early boundary. Just like in this over, the first ball went for 4, and the remainers, even if you rotate the strike, you will get the 10 runs in an over. So first delivery, you should charge in.
I agree. Get a boundary, first couple of deliveries, so the pressure is off you. And that's what we've seen so often. Even in international cricket, modern day cricket has its own ways. Meanwhile, uppishly played, chance there, and taken. Going for 1 shot too many. Mohsin Matu will have to pay the price.
Well, the leggy strikes. This time he took the big wicket. Mohsin was looking so threatening, and this time he gets the toe end of the bat. It was uppish, mistimed it, and taken an easy catch by Safar. So that brings the end to a big wicket. It's Mohsin Matu walking out, 33 of 23 deliveries, 73 for 3. Oh, there could be an out. There could be an appeal. The big appeal goes down. There's no umpire is unmoved.
Well, yes. There's a shout for a caught behind and then a stumping. But the foot grounded and the ball just passing by the outside edge of the bat. Again, a swing and a miss. It's imperative for a batter to get his front foot in the line of the ball to play the shot.
Yeah, you need to play on the merit of the ball.
Here, what we're watching Saqib do is he's standing where he is and swinging the ball from just there. No footwork. All Abdul needs to do is bowl one delivery slightly wide outside the off stump and make it turn away.
It's been a great ball. Oh, that crushed. That hit the stumps, and that's the wicket. You do right thing, you will be rewarded. That's what Abdul Safar did.
No foot movement whatsoever. The ball pitching outside off. Just a little bit of turn. Playing from where he was. Got the inside edge of the bat and the ball did the rest. Went on to crash on those stumps. Saqib Amin out.
The all-rounder comes in. Shabir Butt. He did well with the ball. Just about how he does with the bat. He's got a healthy strike rate and a decent average as well of 43. This man is bowling so well. We saw him struggling earlier with his line and length, but now he's bowling with the accurate placement where he's turning and bowling arm balls as well.
Well, yes, it's been a splendid over. A wicket and just 2 runs given. Last ball of the over. Can he finish on a high? It's going to be amazing to see where he bowls this one. Can he dart one in? Open the face of the bat very late. Dot ball to end the over. 9 overs gone. It's 75 for 4.
Oh, what was that? That was easy picking and that was gone straight to the hand. Whether it was a no ball or no, that's a legal delivery and the batter has departed.
Well, yes, the ball was dipping in front of the batter. And Ritesh Pujari, the big hit man, takes a catch, and that is the end of yet another wicket. Majid Manzoor gone. Abdulaziz Rashid strikes. 75 for 5 now.
It's a new batter. Zaid Wani will join another new batter, Shabir Butt. Loopy deliveries, tempting the batsman. Perfect thing to do.
Well, yeah, spinners are a tricky bunch. And this time there's a little extra bounce off the deck. Especially leg spinners. They are a beautiful breed.
Well, that all good start has been just in vain. In a flesh, half of the team is back in the hut. Oh, that is went through the defense, and that is knocking the batsman out.
2 deliveries that were outside the off stump, set him up and got this one to move in. Got his front foot right in the line of the stumps, missed everything into the stumps and gone.
Well, he brought his bat in front after a day, and it's the end, and the 6th wicket going down. The new man walks out. It's 75 for 6. A hard-hitting batsman, Khalid Ibrahim, an all-rounder, is come in now. The first delivery, you need to watch out. This man Abdulaziz picked up 2 wickets in this over, and all of a sudden, his figure says picked up 3 wickets, giving only 8 runs. Wow! The final delivery.
Splendid bowling. Going on with a slip in position. End of the over. 10 overs gone. 75 for 6. And gone. Adarsh Desai comes, picks up a wicket on the very first delivery. Shabir Bhatt has given him a welcome gift.
Well, that delivery wide outside off stump would have been given so, but the batsman chases it. A full toss hit right into the hands of cover. 75 for 7 now. What a collapse. 54 for no loss. 75 for 7.
Poor delivery. Shabir Bhatt going out, and in comes Abdul Rahman to call that wicket. Abdul Rahman, this is phenomenal. You come in and a wicket's gone.
Well, my heart was in my mouth because I thought you said Abdul Rahman's coming into bat.
Well,
And I was like, somebody needs to get me a pair of pads if I'm next.
Ali, you need to trade the microphone with a bat. The way they are playing definitely looks that they need a change.
Well, I wouldn't do that at this stage. Absolutely not. Comfortable here in this comm box with you. I don't want to be there in the middle.
I tell you, the comm box has made us all lousy and lazy. Come on. Wouldn't you want to trade your suit for a kit?
Not right now, no. Not in this heat. I'll be very honest. I will be extremely honest. Hand on heart, maybe after 3 months, but not right now. It's too hot. Too hot, Neil.
Well, yes. We've seen some international cricketers doing that. Dinesh Karthik getting into the commentary box, wearing a fancy suit in England, calling the game, and then the next thing you see, he's in the Indian side, and now will be playing the Asia Cup too.
Well, and that's a fairy tale for me. DK, that innings against Bangladesh, 29 runs and 8 deliveries, and then in the IPL, just made that number 6 position his own, and now back with the men in blues.
Well, yeah, sheer determination and hard work. Dinesh Karthik, one of those only men who played the first T20 international for India and are still playing.
Well, I don't think there are a lot of people the viewers would remember from that first T20 international who are still playing. Quite a few are active in the domestic circuit, the IPL, likes of Robin Uthappa, if I'm not mistaken.
Dhoni.
MS Dhoni, of course.
Rohit Sharma, in fact, made his debut in the T20 World Cup of 2007.
Number 6, I think he used to come into bat.
He was an off-break bowler who could bat, changed the dynamics of the game, and now is one of the best batsmen in the world.
A very similar story to Sehwag as well, who came in at number 6, used to bowl offies, and then became one of the most destructive opening batsmen in the world.
It's all about that one person who spots that talent in you and says, listen, leave this number 6, number 7 position, go up the order, open the innings, and be the destructor that you want to be. I was talking to Chandrakant Pandit this morning. He is the coach of Madhya Pradesh, who got Madhya Pradesh their first ever Ranji Trophy win, has now been appointed the head coach of Kolkata Knight Riders. So I was talking to him this morning, and we're talking about a certain Venkatesh Iyer. He's the man who's got Venkatesh Iyer to come up and open the innings. We'll come and talk more about that. 11 overs gone, 77 for 7. .77 for 7 of 11. Mudassar Wani and Khalid Ibrahim.
Oh, good looking shot this. They're not stopping. They're not holding back. Even though they've lost 7 wickets quickly, this time it's Khalid, the fast bowler, who's hit a very good looking shot and got in a boundary.
Well, yeah, spotted the ball very early, came to the length of the ball and smacked it beautifully. It's not the slogger's hit. It's one of those clean hits that he's played. This time towards the mid-wicket region. In the cow corner, 4 runs, back-to-back boundaries for him.
Hit very hard by the batsman. This time it was a slog, pulled it from outside off stump, but found the gap to perfection. And Neil, just on that topic about spotting what players can do, a certain Shoaib Malik walked into the team as an understudy for Saqlain Mushtaq,
That's right.
as an off spinner. Wasim Akram promoted him to number 3 and scored 100 in an ODI and got the wickets of a certain Brian Charles Lara. So as you said, the coaches, it's not just about identifying whether he can play a cover drive or not, it's about identifying what role they can do in the team.
The coach's role is imperative. One of the most important roles in modern day cricket, especially because you don't really get time to spend with the team, with the boys, with franchise cricket coming in. All you have is the data, the analytics. And from that, from the numbers that you see, from the visuals that you get to watch, you plan, prepare and strategize. And the ones to adapt in that zone quickly are the ones who've been the most successful.
Well, spot on. Khalid Ibrahim again goes downtown and he's gone for a maximum. Abdul Aziz, he's picked up the 3 wickets, but he's not getting the respect from Khalid. Monster hit.
Humongous, went down on one knee and sent the ball packing. He's a big fast bowler, has enough and more in his body to hit the ball clean. He's a classic example of what my coach would say, that the bat should feel like a toothpick in your hand.
Well, it looks like a toothpick in his hand as well. A big unit. 12 overs up, 94 for 7.
Adarsh Desai comes in. Get a single. It's going to be Mudassir Wani now on strike. He's played the supporter's role. Take a single, give strike to Khalid. Because he's the man who's hitting them big.
Well, this is where the Dubai Daredevils has to be charged. They need to bring in a couple of fielders. Don't give that easy single. You don't want Khalid Ibrahim coming back on strike.
Flat batted into the gap. There was a dive that was put in, but futile. 4 runs.
Well, Mudassir Wani taking full toll on that short delivery. It was a hit me ball. Had a lot of time to choose the spot. And he gets a boundary. So all of a sudden the runs are coming, and the runs coming quickly. They still need 12 runs and over from here, Neil, to pull off an upset.
For that to happen, they both will have to hit, and hit consistently, hit regularly, and hit hard. I don't know if they have enough fuel in the tank to do that.
Well, clearly Khalid Ibrahim can wheel the willow. If he can copy what Abdulaziz Ansari did in the first innings, that would definitely help. He'll have to bat through the full overs though. Takes a quick single.
7 runs already of this over. They'll need a boundary on this ball to get to the required run rate or in the zone. It's a dot ball. End of the 13th, it's 101 for 7.
The new bowler, Ritesh Pujari, struggled a bit with the ball in the last game. Some extras down the leg side with the order of the day. This time it's in the air. Has he got a wicket? First ball, yes he has. The big wicket of Khalid Ibrahim. Is that the match, Neil Oja?
Well, yes, looks like it. Khalid Ibrahim was hitting them clean. But here, got an opportunity, wanted to go big, but played it straight down the throat of the fielder at deep extra. And that's the end of it. Ritesh Pujari strikes on the first ball. End of Khalid Ibrahim. It's 101 for 8.
The captain walking in, Usman Trambu. He'll be very disappointed with this batting performance. 54 for no loss, 101 for 8. A collapse of epic proportions.
And the problems continue. Ritesh Pujari bowls one clean, nice delivery, gets a wicket, and the very next delivery goes down the leg side.
I'll tell you what, Khalid Ibrahim will be very upset. He got a good delivery outside off, just in or near that block hole.
Cut it and cut it beautifully into the gap, racing away towards the fence. The skipper opens his account of the boundary.
Well, Neil, I will ask you a question on this field placing. There is no one at point. Can you explain how a bowler can come up to bowl without a point?
Beats me. Beats me completely.
Again, exactly to point or a third man. That fielder, if he would have been in the circle, would have definitely stopped the single.
There is a cover, there's a sweeper cover, there's a deep backward point, and there's a deep third man. So the idea probably is that the batters will hit the short and wide ball so hard that will go to deep point. But again, they're not your top order batsmen who have the liberty and the ability to hit those balls flat to deep point.
Well, I can understand that plan against somebody like Khalid Ibrahim, and it worked. But we've got number 10, number 9 in the centre. Dubai Daredevils, they have to remember net run rate is going to play a key role. Every run Valley Boys score is going to count against them in the net run rate. Direct hit was needed. A single taken. And this is one of the differences between the top tier teams and the people who are just trying to get in that. A team like IGM or Future Mattress would be cutthroat in this situation. They would go for the jugular. They will go for the wickets and get them quickly.
You're absolutely right. Bring back your top bowlers. Again, playing towards the point region. There's a deep point fielder who will run in hard. Beats me completely. 14 overs gone, 110 for 8.
Well, there you can see the coach, Neil Oja, pointing exactly where the fielder should have been. We might be in the com box, but our soul is always in the middle of the ground, Neil.
Oh, well, absolutely. It is a game that requires that kind of involvement, even if you're sitting in the commentary box. And a couple of observations that you made were absolutely spot on with the point fielder.
Well,
You could have a point and a sweeper cover at best.
yeah, you can bring square leg to the offside if that is the plan. And if you think the bowler can execute it, new bowler comes in. Adarsh Desai almost gets a breakthrough.
Well, at the very first delivery, the googly just missed the leg stump. Mudassir Wani moving in with the ball. I'm sure that he's not going to move anymore. He's realized that if I open the stumps up and if the ball turns in, which I'm unable to read, it'll crash into the stumps.
Well, I think the Valley Boys will be thinking of playing out the full 20 overs. Mudassir Wani gets another short delivery. Gets a single. Get as many runs as you can. This is a long tournament. They still have 4 more games after this, the Valley Boys, to make a comeback.
What they've done is, they've done really well in pieces, but they haven't been able to maintain that. With the ball and with the bat, they had held the Daredevils at just 49 runs in 10. And then there's a flurry of runs. There will be a no ball.
Well, the Valley Boys, 10 runs when they were 10 overs when they were fielding and 5 when they were batting. And then after that it's been just the Dubai Daredevils. A full toss given as a no ball. Mudassir Wani will get a free hit. He wouldn't mind that at all. Gives himself some room. The cover fielder tries to clean up. And poor running between the wickets. Not even a single taken. A dot ball. No damage done with the free hit.
Brings in a googly from wide outside off. Will be a single there. Adarsh Desai. Low full toss, up in the air. Will be a single there.
These runs won't hurt the run chase. Singles are not the need of the hour. They need 14 and over from here. 115 for 8 Valley Boys at the end of 15. 5 overs to go, 71 runs to win. To take us to the end of this innings, Abid Ibrahim joins me in the comm box. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much. And that's the down the leg side and given as wide. The same story continues where I left.
Well, I feel like recording that clip and putting it on my phone and just pressing play every time that happens. Down the leg side, wide. It has been a bit of a challenge for both teams, especially for Dubai Daredevils. The one thing they need to improve to give the bigger sides a challenge.
What I make out of this game is that when you're bowling in swingers, that's where you're struggling. You're bowling in swingers, you're not picking up the right line. It's a challenge. At times it gets to the right line, and at times, most of the time, it goes down the leg side. This might get you over from this game because one batter has scored the most of the runs. But on the hard days, you'll be getting punished.
Well, Dubai Daredevils does have to play a certain future mattress in this group.
True.
So,
With
That
Rohan
would-
Mustafain.
yeah, there will be a steep learning curve for them, even against the mighty Pindi Boys defenders. They were on top, but just that lack of experience showing right at the death with their bowling. Let the defenders chase down a very big total.
Well, Abdurrahman, I seen a lot of workout need to be done in this bowling department of Triple D. They can't really go in the higher stage if they continue bowling this. They should be glad that there's a live visuals that they can go and watch at home when they can work out on the weaknesses. This angle is a bit better.
Well, yeah, they have made that slight change in the field as well. Brought in point, got some extra protection on the offside in the circle. Ritesh Pujari, he got the big wicket. Khalid Ibrahim was going great guns.
And they're still finding hard to find the boundary. It's been a hard day for the batters down there. You see batter number 9 and 10 batting together. They just, Triple D are 2 wickets away from the victory. That has been a massive collapse in the middle. So middle order of Valley Boys also need to top their skills up.
Well, yeah, you can give them the benefit of the doubt because this is their first game. Valley Boys. Wide given. I think Shami maybe was thinking just for a second if that ball had hit the strip, that would have been a no ball, but no, given as a wide.
Yeah, anything that's between that trough should be a count ball. And now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 at the end of 16.
Well, Abdul Safar coming into bowl the last over of his spell. 2 wickets to his name. In the air, straight down the ground, and it has been dropped. Can you believe it? Dubai Daredevils are not doing themselves any favors. It's a maximum.
Well, it just not dropped it, gone beyond him for a maximum. No. But he should have been behind on his line, knowing where the ropes are. Certainly advanced there. Nevertheless, a 6 there, but that won't be hurting much, as Abdul Safar is certainly looking for a wicket. He's picked up those 2 wickets and bowled really well in the middle. I was just doubting why did captain took him out of the attack when he was getting those wickets.
Well, absolutely. I would agree with you there, Abid. When your bowler is on top, he's getting you the wickets. Let him complete the spell. Bowling is about rhythm as much as batting is about rhythm. If you're in the groove, you want to finish your overs, get through quickly.
Oh, this one was the slower one. Give a lot of time to the batter to choose to play it on the own side with one knee down. Abdul Safar, whose bowling is streaking on a good line and length. Despite he got a hit for the maximum, but there was a fair point of a chance of a catch.
Well, again, all these runs will be hurting Triple D. 131 on the board already. A 30-run partnership between Mudassar Wani and Usman Trambu. They were 101 for 8 when the captain walked in.
There's one more thing that I would like to highlight, that the timing is what you've been allotted with. You need to complete on that duration. So right now, if you see, we are just behind maybe 4 overs, which is a huge time.
Well, it's been given, yes. Direct hit from Haroon Ghaus. Brilliant fielding. They were looking for the quick single. Mudassar Wani, hit and run. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and very poor running between the wickets. He had reached his crease, but he plonked his bat, and he has to walk back now.
He was walking clearly on Eden Gardens. He was having a walk there, least bothered about the fielders. And that is the wicket number 9 goes down as run out. You can't be lazy. You can't take things for granted. He batted well for 23 of 24. Mudassar Wani walks out. And that is 131 for 9.
The last man will be at the non-striker's end. Oh, he's given him. He will not face a single delivery because Usman Trambu has been LBW. 131 all out, the Valley Boys.
Well, that was a perfect delivery. And third one, that was right in front, plumb, straight hitting the all 3 clicks. Pitching in line, impact in line, hitting wickets. And that's the final wicket. And Valley Boys on their first game could only score 131 in reply of 165.
185, beg your pardon. 49 for 3 Dubai Daredevils.
46 and 3 wickets.
Well, a lot of wickets for Abdul Safar and Abdul Aziz. They really broke the back of the team, and they have done a wonderful to pull things back. The way Valley Boys started, it was really unstoppable. Now that's the batting card you see. The contribution is from right top, only 33 for Mohsin and Mahfouz Ilahi, who's played with a healthy strike rate of 21 of 17. Then the middle order, you see only dirt, singles and doubles and the ducks. Right till the end, there was only Mudassar Wani who played at 23 runs knock, 20 as an extras.
Well, the 4th highest run score over the extras. Khalid Ibrahim was looking good in the middle with 19. And then Mudassar Wani 23 of 24. That's a very sorry looking batting card if you take out the 2 openers. 17 overs, they didn't even bat the full 20 overs. 131 all out Valley Boys. And that's the bowling card. Mohit Raghav and Mohammad Farhan didn't start off that well. Went for a few runs, and then once Abdul Safar was brought into the attack, the spinners took charge. Abdul Safar and Abdul Aziz picking up 3 wickets each, and a wicket for Akshay, Adarsh and Ratesh Pujari. We'll be going very quickly to the highlights of this second innings. Mohsen Mattu started off really well, strong off his pad, strong on the offside as well, supported nicely by his partner. And while they were at the crease, it looked like Valley Boys would chase this total down easily. The first LBW decision